It reads with Miss Jane Says, The Language of Letting Go. That last reading is a follow-up to this reading. To ask the question, what could we do to improve how we care about ourselves or to become more aware of the times when we need to show ourselves more care? Recognize when something isn't working or isn't flowing. Step back and wait for clear guidance. Today, I will make myself crazy by repeatedly trying solutions that have proven themselves unsuccessful. If something isn't working, I will step back and wait for guidance. And in June 29th, the next meditation, it talks about God's will, the willingness, the willpower. And page 231, I think that's significant. We will do a second read on that, but it may not happen overnight, but we can begin today to change our self-defeating reactions to the people who have hooked us. God, help me identify the relationships where I have forfeited my power. Help me unhook and begin owning my power. And maybe a few books from now, we'll get back into the next page on 231, Leaving Room for Feelings, date August 15th. And God's Will, June 29th. God's will most often happens in spite of us, not because of us. We may try to second guess what God has in mind for us. Looking, searching, hypervigilant to seek God's will as though it were a buried treasure, hidden beyond our reach. If we find it, we win the prize, but if we're not careful, we miss out. That's not how it works. We may believe that we have to walk on eggshells, thinking, and feeling the right thing, while forcing ourselves somehow to be in the right place at the right time to find God's will, but that's not true. God's will for us is not hidden like a buried treasure. We do not have to control or force it. We do not have to walk on eggshells in order to have it happen. It is right there, inside and around us. It is happening right now. Sometimes it is quiet and uneventful, and includes the daily disciplines of responsibility and learning to take care of ourselves. Sometimes it is healing us when we're in circumstances that trigger old grieving and unfinished business. Completing a project from the past. I'm hearing a dog bark. Sometimes it is grand. We do have a part. We have responsibilities, including caring for ourselves. We are being taken care of. We are protected. And the power caring for and protecting us loves us very much. If it is a quiet day, trust the stillness. If it is a day of action, trust the activity. It is time to wait. Trust the pause. If it is time to receive that which we have been waiting for, trust that it will happen clearly and with power, and receive the gift and joy. Today, I will trust that God's will is happening as it needs to in my life. I will not make myself anxious and upset by searching vigorously for God's will, taking unnecessary actions to control the course of my destiny, or wondering if God's will has passed me by and I have missed it. That was exactly what I needed to hear, because today I reached a deadline the day before the deadline, and they said, this isn't going to work. We're going to need you to do 2 different things by 11 a.m. tomorrow. And I'm sitting here like, don't stress, don't press, don't stress, don't press, because I want to repeat in my head, how many times did these people have the chance to tell me this? But they waited until right at the end to let me know that the paperwork I've been submitting this entire time is not going to work and we're going to have to adjust it. And I'm like, don't stress, don't press. If it happens tomorrow, it happens. If it doesn't, it wasn't in the time that I wanted it to be. It doesn't mean it's not happening in the time that I need it to be. That it's happening for me, not to me.